Hello, everybody. Yeah, that's all it was. And welcome to another exciting chapter of the Ballad of Little Wolf. Previously, you will remember, last time we had a little Zorro inspiration night, if y'all know who Zorro is. But anyway, we were following the adventures of Little Wolf as he took on the secret identity of El Hombre Lobo.
See.
So tonight, we're going to finish paying that off and move into another little story. Now, this chapter is going to be a little shorter than our previous, or it's going to be shorter than our previous chapter, but it's still going to be impactful to the overall story. So, are you ready, Wiba?
Aye, aye.
Alrighty. Then our story begins 30 minutes after the previous episode. So you and Crystal are standing around the table in the inn when all of a sudden the door burst open and in walks Joshua. He walks in and throws his arms in the air. I've done it! I have united the apes. I've united the apes. They are going to help us. And he starts hopping.
All right. We know.
And then he grabs you by the collar because you said, what do you mean by that, little wolf?
I mean, we're happy for you. We're happy
He
for you.
sets you
But
down. He notices that you're wearing a different sword.
oh, oh yeah, yeah.
And it's not Hombre Lobos either. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, where'd you get the sword? And then you say, well, I have a story for you while you were gone.
I have a story for you.
So
Yeah.
we go back 3 days back in time. Our story
Oh.
is of the Moon Knight rendezvous with the Wolf King 3 days ago. You're pacing your room because you know that tomorrow night is the full moon. You know you have been waiting for, because tonight you're going to fight the Wolf King and get your father's sword and armor.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us your thoughts. Tell us through what you're thinking.
So tomorrow night is the night. I have to win somehow. I need to get back what's rightfully belongs to me. Belongs to my family. Father's sword and armor. I
All of
think
a
I might
sudden,
have to
there's a
trade.
knock on your door.
Hmm? Yes.
It's Crystal. She's like, I know it's that time, isn't it? Because you told everybody what he said.
Ah, yeah. Ah, yes, it is.
You
Let's just
have a
say,
plan?
yeah. When? That's on.
All of a sudden, the handle on your closet pops off. You know, the door handle. And the door just comes swinging open, and out falls the mask, the hat, the rapier, and the cape of El Hombre Lobo. She's
um.
flabbergasted, like, how did you get that stuff?
Uh.
She says with panic in her voice.
It's nothing to know. I mean, Miss Crystal. It was.
It was you, wasn't it?
Come on, Senorita. I mean, Miss Chris. We
She
don't have
just,
to be so.
she just slaps you across the face. You, you, you is all she can say, and then she stomps down the stairs.
Okay.
So she knows. She knows it was you.
Good, Senorita. Great.
And as you recall, you start to think to yourself, well, maybe this is a good thing.
Maybe it's a good thing, or maybe it's not a good thing.
Because I guess you can
Uh,
finally tell her how you feel since, she kind of started to fall for Hombre Lobo.
wait, Miss Crystal, Miss Crystal. I can explain.
Well, what do? Do you chase her?
Yeah, I chased her.
Okay, so you head down the stairs after just to see her throw the door shut to her room.
Well, that's not. Well, it looks like we're not up for conversation. Yeah.
So you go back up to your room and you clean up the mess, you fix the doorknob, and then you just sit on your bed.
Great. Just great. I probably have a lot of explaining to do. On top of the nerves of tomorrow night and fighting him.
So,
Why?
a couple hours later, while you're sitting at your desk writing in your book, she comes back up to the door and says she needs to talk to you, and y'all go for a walk.
So, Miss Crystal, you needed to talk to me?
She's very mad at you because you did not tell her that you were the masked man. You never even gave an inkling during your interaction as the masked man.
You see, at the time, it was a bit dangerous to tell you. I was trying to keep you safe, you know?
She does realize that, but she's like, you could have at least given me a sign.
Well, if you were paying, I mean, if you heard that accident, well, but you didn't hear me. There's been moments that I accidentally let Hombre Lobo slip out of me.
She doesn't know what to do with you. She's just like, and then she goes into the worst part is she started feeling for Hombre Lobo, but now that she knows it's you, she doesn't know how to feel.
Well, you see, how should I put this? In my mind, like, the only times I wish a badger shaman was actually here. Well, in my mind, of course. No, he doesn't read my mind anyway.
Yeah, he can't read your mind.
Well, you see how I can look at it if you're having conflicting feelings is
He's
love
like, spit it
is.
out, little wolf, and slaps you again.
What am I trying to say? If love, if you love someone who has two identities, or love someone, one person, and technically,
And then
love
it
isn't.
hits her. Oh my goodness, you were Jose too, weren't you?
See, Senorita.
You gave me a flower, you idiot.
Yes, because I.
But then again, I also saw you dancing with the Commandante's daughter.
Well, okay. Now
I'm
that's
getting
a
mixed
thing.
signals here.
Okay, hold on. You see, with the Commandante's daughter, that was not of my will. I kinda had to do it. Let me tell you, I have seen more beautiful ladies than her. Which one of them is you, by the way? Which, there's only two
Luckily,
beautiful
you said
ladies
that
in my
under your
life.
breath and she didn't hear you. But you do feel around in your knapsack and you feel the purse. So the purse is with you. You know, the purse you've been making out of
Oh
creature.
yeah,
It is ready, it's
I
with you.
know. I know this
I
is.
mean, I know you were saving that for when you actually ask her out, but you know.
I know it's a bad time at the moment, but I have a gift for you that I have made. Um, like in my mind, like, please don't kill me for this. I have made you this purse, and I've just been meaning to give it to you, but
She takes the
timing
purse
and
in
all.
her hand. Tears start to roll from her eyes. She raises to her paw to hit you again, but instead just drops it and runs away crying and runs into her room and slams the door because her emotions are running wild and she doesn't know how to feel.
I am a dead man. That's all I said. Am I mostly in the question, but like, am I a dead wolf? I hope not. I had a very eventful night. I think we all need to think over something. Well, get some rest. And I walk back to my room.
And the
Look
first
what I
thing
have
you
right.
do is pick up the necklace and try to call the shaman.
Hey, uh, shaman.
You don't hear the shaman's voice, but you hear, "Hello? Who's there?" It sounds
Who's
like a
this?
child's voice.
Excuse me. Who is this?
Uh, I'm Billy. I'm the shaman's grandson.
Hey, Billy. Um, is the shaman there?
Grandpa's not home right now. Can I tell him something for yous?
Yeah, can you tell him to call me back on this thing? I need to talk to him.
Okay, but he's on a journey right now. He won't be back for 3 days. I will tell him.
Okay. What? Okay. It was. I was just getting into character.
And then the kid hangs up.
Great. Now he won't be back for 3 days.
So you put the necklace down and you walk over to your bed and you just sit and your head falls into your hands like this.
Ugh, what have I done? Great. Well, I hope this fixes myself.
So you decide, okay, so now you got a choice. You can either go to the tavern and, you know, partake of
Hmm.
some forget me juice, or you can go to bed.
I go to the tavern, but not like get the strong stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, you don't want Skull Squisher, you just get Forget Me Juice.
can I have like one tankard of? Just give me a surprise. Surprise me.
And the barkeep's like, sure, pal. And he brings you the tankard of red Forget Me Juice. And you just sit there at the counter.
I have really messed up. I
And
hope it
then
works out.
one of the older men, wiser men in the town walks up to you and says, he's a lizard. What's the matter, son?
Well,
Is it lady problems?
well, I don't know how you know, but yeah, so
I
it's
can just tell by the look
late.
on your face, my boy.
It's lady problems. Made a lady.
Oh, how bad did you mess up? You don't tell him everything, but you tell him enough so he understands.
I made a lady have multiple emotions running through her to make her confuse her feelings on.
He just looks at you like, ah, I see, my boy, I see. It's always a dangerous game, but I'm sure you'll pull through. I'm sure you'll
I
pull through.
hope so. I hope so.
And then he just pats you on the back and says, good luck, son. Good luck.
Thank
And he walks
Thank you.
away.
I will need it.
You you finish your Forget Me juice, and you decide it's time for bed. As soon as you get in your room, you get under your covers, you lay down, you get under your covers, you get almost asleep, and then the necklace starts to glow. You get real excited and throw the covers off because you think it's the shaman calling you.
Hello?
Well, boy,
Great,
are you ready for tomorrow?
oh, great, it's you. Not
All
this
to the
particular
ear.
person. Yes, I'm ready. And I hope you're ready to lose.
You don't stand a chance, just like last time. After all, you're still a little wolf.
But I've been training. And I have become stronger.
We'll see
Just you
about that,
wait.
fool. We'll see. And he hangs up.
That was a waste of necklace, Ada.
You throw it around the chair, and then you go to sleep this time. We cut to the Wolf King's castle, and he's real arrogant and stuck up, like, this fool don't stand a chance. He can say he's been training, but this silly little wolf doesn't even know what's going to hit him. He's a stupid, little, useless peasant. So we go back to Little Wolf. He's having a nightmare about Crystal chasing him dressed as El Hombre Lobo. And then you sit straight up in bed and you're still got your little dagger that you sleep next to your bed. And you're like, it was just a dream.
This is
Just a nightmare. So you do settle back in and go to sleep. and you sleep the rest of the night soundly.
Oh gosh.
You wake up in the morning, you got a slight headache, but you did have forget me juice.
Oh.
But it's not too bad. You can still function.
Ugh. At least I can still function, unlike that other time.
Yeah, you have skull squisher. You ain't getting up.
All right. Well,
But you
time
get
to
up,
get
you
ready.
get dressed, you strap the sword from atop the fireplace on you.
Don't want to wear that sword around because I might get a punch in the face instead of a slap in the face.
So you walk downstairs. You see the maid first, the maid of the inn. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Good morning.
And you walk past, and then you just run into a traveler. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Ah, good morning. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm well, thank you very much. He goes into his room, and you walk down the stairs. Standing behind the desk is Crystal, and she's like, "Hey, you, come over here."
Hello. Good morning, Miss Crystal.
You cover your face like you're expecting her to slap you again, but the slap never comes. And eventually you calm down, and she looks you in the eye and says, "I've thought about it some more. Thanks
Oh,
for the
you have?
purse."
Oh, you're welcome, Miss Crystal. I hope you enjoy it and have many things to put in it.
She's very appreciative of what it is and what you went through to get all the materials. She's very thankful.
I'm glad you like it. All internally, I'm just like, but also in my mind, like, yes.
And she
Oh, that's a
says,
good.
"You're almost off the hook. Who knows? I might let you take me to the ball in a couple of weeks."
Alrighty.
On the inside, you're just jumping for joy, pounding your fist in the air, thinking you're the biggest man on
On the
campus.
outside, I'm just like.
Yeah, on the outside, you're just standing there with a stupid grin on your face.
Anyway, Miss Crystal, I hope your day goes well.
You're like, I need some water, and you run out the door to the well. All of a sudden, all the while inside, you're still, you know,
Yeah, let's go.
you just think you're 30 feet tall now, and
Let's go. Oh wait, and then I drink my water, and then I'm like, I slapped myself in the face. Have the focus, mate. You have a train for.
and then you're like, wait, hold on, and you pinch yourself. It hurts, so you're not dreaming. You're wide awake.
Yes,
Sorry,
but that
that
can be on
actually
the
did
back
happen.
burner. um, that shall be in the back burner. I need to train. First fight, second love. Wait, no, that's the other way around. But still, I need to train.
You walk to the training hall, underneath the
Yeah.
inn.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's in there, but there's some blocks of ice.
Let's do this.
Oh, they're training dummies. You're free to swing at them and break them as you wish.
All right, let's do this. Huh?
After you're done making some snow cones, Crystal comes down again. And she's like,
Oh,
"Ah, Getting ready for tonight, are you?
I'm Miss Crystal.
He
Getting
picks
ready
up the
for my
wooden
fight with.
training sword and steps into the arena.
Hmm.
Well, come at me,
Alright.
little wolf.
Alrighty. Let's do this. In my mind, I'm like, oh wait, oh no, I'm not off the hook yet.
She's like, if
But
you win, I will let you take me to dinner before the ball.
oh, I like these standards.
But if
But
I
wait,
win, you will be my slave for the next month and have to do whatever I tell you.
in my mind, I'm like, I'm like, well, technically, both of them have their pros and cons.
I was hoping you'd
I'm
think
just like,
something like that. I was hoping you'd
I'm
think
like,
something like that.
well, technically, both of them have pros and cons. One has definitely a lot of pros, and I'm just like, I like those. I like those terms.
So you pick up the other wood training sword and you step into the ring. You
Alrighty.
start with, you two start walking in circles, circling each other, and then you rush at her.
I.
She blocks easily.
Well, okay. My character is not me. It's fine.
And it's just for a week.
Can I?
Just for a
This
week.
is for. Or should I put some hombre loco type moves in? You know.
And then you decide to swing at her. She blocks real easy. You continue to circle. And then y'all go into a fury of blows, matching each other blow by blow by blow.
What if I change up a little bit of fighting style?
And then she's like, I know what you're thinking.
Hmm.
That Spanish ne'er do well will not affect me any. And then swings at your head, but you duck.
Oh, senorita, I wasn't thinking anything.
She knows you're lying by the look on your face.
Well, okay. I was just hoping to change up fighting style so I can, do some surprising tricks of the wolf
So
game.
y'all grapple, come together with swords. Then all of a sudden, she gets really tough. She spins your sword in your hand. You don't drop it, but you do drop your guard, and she kicks you swiftly to the gut. You do drop to your knees, and she tries to bring the sword down on your head, but you do quickly roll out of the way.
Come on now, Miss Crystal. I'm not the little rookie when I join.
So you hop back up to your paws, and you're on the balls of your feet, just moving sideways, and you're like, Now you finally admit, I think I love you.
I think I love you.
And she's like, I already knew that, you dork. And runs at you with sword again.
Well, I just wanted to say it to your face.
But in your
So you know.
final move, she overcommits and she hits the ground. You roll over her back. You quickly roll over her back and bring the sword to her throat and say, Do you yield?
Do you yield?
She throws the sword away. She yields. And
Anyway.
then you're thinking to yourself, well, it's just a story, Wes. It ain't like it's real. But hey,
Let's
if I'm
go.
making people feel awkward, then I'm doing my job as a storyteller.
Looks like it's dinner it is.
Then you throw your sword to the side, and you two just look
Anyway.
each other. What? Anyway, what?
Anyway. Good match. Sorry. I was just going to say something.
Oh,
As a character.
I thought you had to pause or something.
No.
Okay. So let me. Then you two just stand there looking at each other, and then I guess she can admit, fine. I guess I've been feeling the same. Once again, you explode on the inside, dare not revealing how you feel out loud.
Yeah. And also, in my half of my mind, like, you guess?
Well, you gotta remember, Miss Crystal is,
Yeah.
she, she's more
Tries not to have a thought.
reserved. She's more reserved.
Yeah. But anyway, Miss Crystal. Miss
And
Crystal, good match.
she walks out of the circle, and she says some. She starts to walk up the stairs, but she turns around and says, "Don't let him hurt you tonight," and just walks away.
Will do, miss. Will do.
You're starting to get to her, though.
Yes, indeed.
You're starting to get to her. She's admitting her feelings now.
Yay.
And you have a date.
Even before the dance.
Yeah. You get
No.
You get to take her to dinner the night before and the dance the next night.
Ooh. But I shall not let that distract myself. I should train a little bit more, then rest up.
Yes. So you go over to the dummies and you practice some hand-to-hand combat just in case it gets to a grappling match. And then you go and rest up.
Alrighty.
So take us what you do for the next few minutes before it's time to ride to the location.
So I've been doing less active things, in my room. I decided to write in my book a little bit before. A lovely book. Basically a journal. Letting all the bottom up motions. I write, I do have that night with the fight with the Wolf King. Yada yada dot. And then all the bottle up motions throughout the day, like, yeah. Like, oh my gosh, Miss Crystal admits her love. I guess somewhat.
Not
It's been an
quite.
excitement.
You're almost there, but not quite.
Almost there. I feel it. I don't even know what to write down in this book, but hey, it's been an exciting day.
But now it is
So I'm not.
time.
But now it is time. I literally write in the book. Dot.
And
Get
you
my.
also write, just in case I do not come back tonight and somebody finds this journal, tell her how I really feel.
Tell her how I really feel.
And then you close the
Pour it
book
on.
and you lock it in its secret place. You have this secret compartment that folds out at your desk.
All right. It's time to get back my father's sword and armor.
So you jump on your horse and you ride
Yeah.
to the full moon clearing. When you arrive, he's already there, but he didn't come alone as was agreed. He's got 20 soldiers with him.
Wow. Still still a nasty cheater, are we?
He's like,
Your
haha, you
Majesty.
fool. You, you think I would actually come alone?
I
And
don't
then you
care
hear
how many
behind you,
soldiers.
well, you think he's alone?
Huh? What?
Crystal followed you.
Miss Crystal? Doing here?
Oh, I knew he'd cheat.
Huh. Yeah. That's a fair enough point.
So both of you hop off your horse and meet in the middle. And he tells you, well, boy, here it is. He shows you the sword. He shows you the armor, puts them to the side of the ring. And then he gives you his solemn vow. I promise not to kill you this day, boy.
I wasn't planning on dying today anyway. And I'm planning to walk out of this fight unharmed. And let me tell you something else. Because she is here, I will not let anything happen to her. She can hold her own.
Anyway, you
Tries.
two draw your swords. And
Enough talk.
then the full moon's light glistens off the blade. And then he does a dirty trick and he reflects the moonlight right into your eyeballs and charges you. But you roll under his sword slash and roll. And he's like, ha, what do you think of that, boy?
That was one dirty trick.
Who says I play
Hmm.
fair?
I know you don't play fair. That's all you.
And you come
That's
together and, you know, and then you just stand there struggling with each other. He just like, you seem nervous, boy. Are you
Well,
okay? You're not as
nervous.
confident as last time.
Nervous? No. It's just my nerves are excited and been waiting for this.
Y'all break apart. He goes to kick you in the stomach like last time, but you were ready for him this time. So once again, you roll away. Ah, I see you have had a little training.
Little is an
Did that wench
understatement.
over there in the corner teach you that move?
Maybe.
Dude, he just
I
called
just
your
know.
lady a wench.
How dare you call her that? Don't you dare call her names.
So, filled with emotion, you rush him, screaming, just flailing your sword. And then he trips you. Ha! I knew it'd be easy to get you riled up. He holds his sword to your throat. You just swat it away with your sword. It's all too easy, boy. You hop back to your feet.
I shall not let emotions get to me. I have to remember my training. Focus.
And then y'all exchange blows really quick. A lot of sword slashes, a lot of blocking. Think Dragon Ball Z fast.
Oh.
except not quite as fast. Just take it back just a little bit. But yeah, y'all are just going at it. Ting, 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 ting. And then you separate. You jump back. And he's like, huh. Well, you have been training, haven't you, boy?
Like I've been keep telling you.
But there's one thing you still haven't learned.
What is that?
How to be dirty. He sticks his sword in the ground real quick and throws dirt in your eye. You're blind. You can't see. But luckily, you can still hear him. Because this loudmouth's an idiot and he just keeps talking. Does that sting, boy?
Of course. But I have other senses besides my sight.
Oh, yes, I forgot to ask after all these years. How is
Hold
the
on, give me a
ear?
sec.
How is the ear, boy? And
It's
then he's like,
fine.
ah, my ear. Thank you for that scar. It reminds me of how
Oh,
much I
thank you.
hate you.
I'm back, brother.
Yeah, I know. I was just
Thank
keeping it going.
thank you for the scar. It reminds me how much I hate you.
And then you hear a stick break behind you. And you know he's coming for you. So you block. You finally get
Remind
all the dirt out of your eye. And then you turn around to face him. Ah, boy, I see that you finally get all that pesky dirt out of your eye.
Yeah, I know.
And now it's time for the
You miss
payoff,
me.
Weaver. You ready for this?
Yeah.
You run at each other once again and clash in the middle. He disengages and then he overcommits, missing and striking the ground. Like earlier with Miss Crystal, you get on his back, roll over his back, and bring your sword down. And then you can just hear a yelping there. You know how a dog yelps.
Yeah. So,
He hits his knees. That was my tail, you fool. It was your tail. You just pick up his severed tail.
now we have a scar from each of us. Throws it off to the side.
And he's like, I'm leaving for now. Take your father's trash. But I will
I
see
will
you
take,
again, little wolf.
and I will be even more ready than
You're
I
like,
am
no,
now.
you're not getting away. I'm taking you now.
What? Oh, okay.
Yes.
You're not getting away.
But all of a
What makes you
sudden,
think?
his men bring their shields down, blasting you with moonlight again, and they get away.
See you again, Wolf King.
And then you just fall to your knees and beat the ground. You were so close.
I was so close, but he got away. That cheeky.
Well, anyway, you walk to the side, you collect your father's sword and his armor. You say to yourself, this armor's a little heavy for me, so I'll just keep it in a safe place. but I shall
I
use
will
my
keep.
father's blade.
I shall use this blade, but this armor, I will just keep in a safe place. It's heavy for me, to my taste.
And then you pass out with exhaustion. While you're
Anyway, I will be
passed
right
out,
back.
okay.
Can we
While you're
pause
passed
for a
out,
second?
oh, I'll keep telling it. While passed out, Little Wolf is scooped up by Crystal and rushed back to the inn.
I'm just gonna stay here until we get to a good stopping point. Or was that
We're
starting
almost
point?
done with the chapter, so
Ah,
just give it a minute. She places you in your bed, covers you up, and then dots your head with a wet rag. And then you just sleep for a few hours. And then you awaken, and we cut back to present time, where you're telling Joshua what happened. And
so
Joshua,
that's
yeah, go ahead.
what happened. So that's what happened, Joshua.
And Joshua just looks at you and Crystal like, you two? Together?
Oh, what's so funny, mate?
Boy, she'll snap you in half. That's a woman right there.
Yes, I know.
But let me see
And
that
you don't
sword,
think
boy. You draw the
alrighty.
sword
There
and
you go.
hand it to Joshua. And he's like, ah, this is a very fine sword. Your father had really good taste. He sheaths it and gives
Indeed.
it back to you.
Thank you.
And you have the last word because that's the end of the chapter.
Ah.
So quickly say something.
Uh, indeed he has. And this fine blade will take will defeat the Wolf King.
And that is where this chapter of the Ballad of Little Wolf will end. I know it was a shorter one this week, guys, but we wanted to get that duel out of the way. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, Weaver. I had a lot of fun telling it.
Indeed.
So we will see y'all next time on the Ballad of Little Wolf. Oops. Sorry, guys, I put it on the wrong ending screen.
Fight, little wolf, fight.